The shadow of Jerusalem. The sea was a bright, unforgiving blue, reflecting the weight of the Apostle Paul's intent. Having traveled the long roads of Macedonia and Greece, a deep urgency settled in his spirit. He knew his time was short. In the coastal town of Troas, he gathered the disciples for one last, impassioned sermon. His voice, usually steady, was charged with the knowledge of his imminent departure, and the night grew late with his teaching. A flicker of the oil lamps, a gasp from the crowd, and then a sickening, hollow sound. Young Eutychus, overcome by the length of the message and the stuffy air, had fallen 3 flights to the ground below. Paul rushed down, the heavy silence of dread following him. He bent over the boy's unmoving form, embracing him. "Do not be alarmed," Paul declared, his voice cutting through the panic, "for his life is in him." And Eutychus lived. Paul returned upstairs, finished his teaching, and broke bread with his friends until dawn. The journey resumed, but the miracle only intensified the sorrow of the farewells to come. He sailed past Ephesus, stopping instead in Miletus, where he summoned the city's elders. He spoke to them not as a teacher, but as a shepherd preparing to leave his flock to the wolves. "You know how I lived among you, serving the Lord with humility," Paul reminded them, his gaze sweeping over their worried faces. "I did not shrink from declaring to you anything that was profitable." He described the trials waiting for him in Jerusalem, a future bound by chains and tears. "But I count my life of no value to me," he proclaimed, "if only I may finish the race and the ministry I received." This was the hardest part. "I know that after my departure, fierce wolves will enter among you, not sparing the flock." They would never see his face again. Kneeling on the Miletus shore, they prayed. Then, with deep sobs and embraces, they walked into the ship, broken-hearted that they would never see their beloved teacher's face again. The journey to the shadow of Jerusalem had begun.